guitar coming through? So where are you from? It's a question that I get a lot. But usually when I say San Jose, people are like, no, like, where are you really from? And I have to be like, okay, yeah, well, my dad's from Fiji. And my mom's from Palo Alto, if you care. Which they don't, because that's not the interesting one. You know, parents have those funny things that they put on you, expectations, right? And mine weren't really like, be a doctor or be a lawyer or be a certain thing, but it's much more of like, here's what you're gonna do in the world. He sat me down and told me, man, here's how you be in the world. He told me, son, to become a man, you will fly out east to an unknown land, find a new sea for the family. I told him, Dad, I'm taking a van, getting a pit bull and our collar poppy. Just watch me. Oh. Sat me down and told me, son, you better hold that line, you gotta have a plan. Use your words right and don't you do wrong. I told her, Mom, I swear I hear, but I gotta go where the sky ain't clear. Are you with me? She said, when you get to that horizon, know that'll see you flying. When you get to that horizon, know that'll see you flying. I asked my father, what will it mean to me to explore a shore on another sea? He said, I don't know, boy, don't take too long. You'll burn it quick, trying to fix a wick. Just make the best of who you are. And when you get to that horizon, know that'll see you flying. When you get to that horizon, know that'll see you flying. Buddy, what you gotta understand, I won't be there to hold your hand. It's not my fault that I can't talk it out. It's a choice you'll have to learn to live without. 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 And when you get to that horizon, know that'll see you flying. When you get to that horizon, know that'll see you flying. My mom's a bit of a dog racist. Yeah, growing up, my dad used to always tease her about us getting a pit bull. And after my parents split, it became up to me to give my mom shit for that opinion. I would ask her, I was like, Mom, why do you not want a pit bull around the house? She'd go, oh, they're dangerous. They're bred to be vicious. And I'd go, Mom, you know, they used to say the same kind of thing about a certain type of people as well. And then she'd go, it's not the same. And I'd go, yes, it is. And we walk away in different directions because we really commit to the bit. I really enjoy going for long drives at night. And when I was moving to New York City, my mom asked me, what are you going to do instead of driving? You're not going to have a car there. And I said, well, I'd go for long walks. And she's like, you're going to go for long walks alone at night? And I went, yeah, Mom. I'm 6'2", 250 pounds and brown. I'm the thing people are afraid of when they walk alone at night. Who's going to mess with me? You know, I'm not like super fond of being perceived as a possible threat, but you know, it just is what it is here. I went to Fiji last year, and all my entire family could not stop talking about how much I looked like my dad when he was my age. You know, in Fiji, I'm actually considered white. It's a testament to how dark my dad is and how white my mom is that I came out this like off beige Dwayne Johnson kind of looking. Like me, my dad was also 6'2" and 250 pounds, but he was a hell of a lot darker. And he was killed in 2015 during a mental health crisis outside of an IHOP by 6 SFPD officers. No hate to IHOP, though. I'd gladly walk in there any day of the week and fuck up a 4-stack before I'd willingly walk into a Denny's. Ugh. Like I said, in Fiji, I'm white. But in America, I'm a pitbull. You know, I've got a cuddly and playful personality and, you know, a cute little face, and I can get adopted. But adoption is never really gonna eliminate the risk of euthanasia. And so I've grown up to have this choke collar on my throat and a muzzle around my mouth for my own protection. And there are times when I feel like I need to bark or stand up for myself because I, like every other person, get angry. But I know that as soon as I bark, everyone around is gonna be worried about my bite. So I'll open my mouth just enough to feel that strap of leather dig into my jaw. And then back down. Go back into that doghouse I call a room, tuck my tail between my legs, and just not do anything because I don't want to be put into situations where my only options are to lose my own self-respect or to die. And you might think that that's an extreme way to think, but I have been in the pound. And I know that angry dogs get put down. So if you see me being loud, please don't be scared. A dog just needs to bark. I promise you that I would never bite. I know what happens if you think that I might. Have you ever seen a river of roses poured into an open grave, running rapids of petals, cut at the stem and offered to the dead? Have you seen how I've grown? 6'2", the scale reads 250, same as you. On your autopsy. And time. The thorns cut my skin, free the guilty blood within. What are we? Survived persistence, the trinkets of expired existence, my sole inheritance, my soul's inheritance. Souls strike the street at 3 a.m. Tar weighs me down as I run, escaping the dawn he never saw. I'm running from the blood, but the faster I run, the faster it pumps. The sun tries to raise the sun. Time, 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 time. A room, a tomb, battered, bruised, you out of mind, him out of. You killed a soul, then died. A question in my skin. If I lose control, will I end up like you and him? Someone has to feel that pain. Without it, karma can't remain. So I take it all of your sin, scrub it deep into my skin, so I can believe in good and bad. Judgment is what awaits the damned. That's my soul inheritance. Blood runs. Phil, my dad, came to see me in a show once. I was in the ensemble, and it had a really confusing plot. And so I asked him, I was like, "Did you get it?" And he kind of gave this like shameful laugh, as if the teacher just asked you a question and you don't know the answer to it. And then he said, "You know, I'd really love to see you at the front of that stage one day." And he died 3 days later. A day that you never forget is the day of your parents' funeral. I remember my Nita Vinny, my aunt, coming up to me and taking my chin in her hands and saying, "You keep your head held high." In Fiji, it's tradition for the oldest son to sit next to the casket and receive mourners. So that's what I did, looking across a sea of faces I didn't know and names I would never be able to recognize. I'll never forget the face of my grandpa Nick as he looked down at the body of his son-in-law. Never forget the Tavales who kept my dad's coffin off of my shoulders so that I could be free. Whoa, whoa, whoa. was supposed to give a eulogy. My sister was 2, but I was 15 and she was 19. And so my mom gave it for us instead. And she got in front of this church of people who loved this man in his community. And she said, we can't just pretend just because someone died that there wasn't bad about them and that there was only good. We have to accept the fact that while this man was out there with his community and doing all these amazing things, he wasn't there for his kids. Whoa. At the end of the service, my stepmom, Maleli, came up to me. And she told me that the money my dad had saved, the little bit of it, was in an account for me, so I could go study acting in New York City. And I think about what that eulogy would have been if I had been able to give it, if I had been in that place. And 5 years after he died, I went up to his grave, and this little poem just came into my head. And it sat in my notes app for the next 2 years until I was moving away from New York City for the second time, and probably the last time. Giving up on the dream that I had and that my dad had for me. All that I had left to pack were the sheets on my bed, the books on the shelf, and the guitar in my hands. And I thought about that poem and that eulogy. I asked my father what it all meant, and he said, I don't know. I'll just sin and repent. Repeat, repeat, until it's all done, till dust turns to dust, and the battle's all won. I know what I want. If I couldn't lie, I'll wait for my mind to realize that the wolf at the table is stuffed full with guilt to provoke all the demons with hands on their hill. There's an art to war, suspense to the storm, and it's up to me to stay warm. Running with scissors, no hope in the youth. What does Emerson say about divine truth? We're Ishmael, doomed to fail, chasing that white whale. Vagabond, wandering nightingales. I asked my father, what's in the sky? Away from the ground, bathed only in light. He said, my boy, get back to your song. Don't worry, don't look to where you'll pass on. It's a challenge to face, to read and to write, when the plan doesn't work, but you recognize the fact of the story is it's time to shine. But that candle burned out in record time. Whoa, seven pillars to topple, the wind's picking up. It's a pipeline, always to come, but never to stop. Spill out thy soul, plead for me, please. It's the only way I'll find peace. And from the books on the shelf, I will try to find some kind of peace in the night. I could follow the journeys of heroes where two lovers meet and just know it's all so incomplete. Whoa, 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 whoa. I asked my father, what's in the sky? Away from the ground, bathed only in light. He said, my boy, get back to your song. Don't worry, don't look to where you'll pass on. And that's it. Thank you very much.